What up? Good morning, everybody internationally. This is Bill the Geek broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. Yes, I am. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. This is our third year. We're headed into our fourth year. I think this is like our third year doing live broadcast on Saturdays. We welcome each and every one of you that are joining us today. Got a new setup here in the crib so we can have more interactivity going on. I want to thank Lenora Wilson. She was here like an hour ago. God bless her. She's been waiting on the show to show up for about an hour now. We got all kinds of people in the house. We got Rudy Clemens. I saw Rudy this week at his crib. Him and his wife gave me some gifts. Here's Lenora right here. Oh, I was here yes, you were, girl. I saw you. We got Crapo. We got Crapo production. He's with his family. He's with his family in Pennsylvania. He's got that little newborn grandchild and his daughter. I think he's up there with. Usually he's in New Jersey. And then we have Lakaya Britton in the house. Oh, we haven't seen you in a while. And even pretty boy Brian Maiden is in the house. Matt, Ola Matt and Ahihik. What up? Hi, Brian Berlane. We're going to talk about you, Berlane. Berlane is in the house. I believe she is in La Paz. We got Char Williams in the house. Good morning. Wow, we got a lot of people showing up early today. We got, who else is here? Janice. Oh, first time, Janice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so happy that you have joined us today. And we have my new neighbor who sent me some images I'm going to share with you in a minute. My new neighbor in Morelia is in the house. Good morning. She thinks, so she speaks from Merida, Mexico. Usually she's somewhere else. Glad to have you here. And we got my hometown girl, Ms. Matthews, in the house. We got Helen in the house. We got a bunch. This is early. We got 40 people in the house. Tom. Hola, Tom. I don't remember seeing you here before. Mary Jane. Oh, notice how she just tells everybody. Mary Jane is here. I am here. I have arrived. Oh, I wanted to check on your move. Sure, we're going to talk about my move. I am ready to move. We got a lot to talk about. If you're new here, this is your show. Please make any comments you want. I've lived in Mexico for about almost 20 years. I think it's like 18 and a half years now. I know some stuff, a lot of stuff I don't know, but we have a lot of people here in the house. We're up to 43 people in the house early with 17 likes. But if you're new here, let us know that you're here, where you are. Have you been to Mexico before? Are you thinking about visiting, living in, moving to Mexico? It's your show. This is a question and answer show. So if you want to get the groove going better, just say what's on your mind. We put up a couple of new videos this week. Oh, God, I think last week... we put up one this week about how Mexico opens up your mind to get away from those anxiety issues in the United States. I don't know what Canada is like, though I live with about 400 Canadians right now. It's like I live in Canada. But we put up that video on Thursday. And then we put up a video on Sunday of last week, and I forget what that was about, but we did put it up. But happy Easter. Happy Easter to everyone in the house. Welcome, Helen. Welcome, John Luke. People just friendly. And once you show up one time, then you become a part of the family. That's the way we are here. Deep think now. Wife and I checking in from Southwest Nebraska. Woo, I bet it's got to be chilly up there about right now. I've been to Nebraska a few times. We got Don Cole. Don Cole, she travels. She's a world traveler. She checks in with us from week to week. Dave James, Ola James, happy Easter. And yes, it is Semana de Santa. It's Semana de Santa, and that means week of the saint. No, they don't just do Easter down here. They make it a week, and it's a zoo. It's a zoo down here in Mazatlan. I mean, people have gone crazy. Okay, here, my time, it is 8:06. So I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to get ready. And the people, I don't know where these people were, but they were jamming at 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't think I was going to be able to go live because their music was so loud. They were jamming. It sounded like they were playing Funkadelics or George Clinton or something. These Mexican people jamming. It was loud. I thought that and when Mexicans start partying, many times they go till like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was just hoping that the music was so loud, you wouldn't be able to hear me talk. It was just like George Clinton. Doom, 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 doom. They were jamming. I wanted to leave and go down to their place and see what was going on. But anyway, Semana de Santa is here. I'm going to show you some clips of how crowded it is. And I'll tell you, when I lived in Puerto Vallarta, I was there 10 years. I had many expat friends. And in Puerto Vallarta, the week, Semana de Santa, the week of the saint, is a total zoo. And the beaches were just like packed with people, the restaurants, tour buses. And it's just a good time to stay home for me. That's just the way I am, though. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Hola, Evancia. Good morning from Montreal. I'm so sorry I didn't visit Montreal when I lived in Ohio and Toronto. Ray Garcia, thinking about going to Campeche in Morelia in July. Any comments about these cities? I will be exploring those cities once I make my move to Morelia. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I've got a firm departure date for Morelia. I will be moving to Morelia. I will be leaving this apartment July the 4th. Hopefully on July the 4th, 2024, I will be on a bus at 6 a.m. Should take me about 8 hours to get to Guadalajara on the bus with all of my suitcases. And I think by 7:30 that night, I will be in Morelia. Once I get to Morelia, then I can start to explore Mexico's East Coast. And that would be the cities that you are talking about, Ray, making more videos. Stephen Nathan, good morning from mid-Canada. Happy Easter to you. I've had breakfast with Stephen and his son on the beach here in Mazatlan. I guess we did that maybe 8 months ago. Seems like yesterday. Hoo-ah! Good morning from Atlanta, Georgia. Been there many times, and look who is here, the one and the only Katrina the Maker. We got 52 people in the house and 25 likes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. Uh-oh, there's a map of Mexico. I didn't mean to click that. I got and as you guys can see, look who else is here. Crazy Boy Radio. Yeah, Crazy Boy. I'm still waiting to get on your show. When you guys are going to contact me so I can get on the show? That's what I want to know. But let's go in here real quick. Well, let me turn off Crazy Boy Radio, and let's go down here and click this button. Dave, my new neighbor in Morelia, sent us some pictures because somebody asked last week, I think, what the views were like in Morelia. What's there? Morelia has about 1 million people. I think it's just under 1 million people. And Dave, he went out on an excursion with this group of family members. I think this is in the middle of the week, but this is this week. So it's Semana de Santa. They're out there grooving, probably eating a lot of really good food. And here's the views, some of the views. Well, one of the big joys of living in Mexico. Thank you, Dave, for these images. I'm going to say everywhere that I have lived in has had big, giant mountains like this, which you can't find in Ohio. We don't have this stuff in Ohio. Ohio's flat. Ain't nothing going on in Ohio. No. And beautiful sunsets happen all the time down here. And palm trees are way better than the kind of trees that grow in Ohio. In Ohio, they have Buckeye trees. But Dave, I want to thank you for these images. And they went to a water park. Yes, they have things like that in Mexico. They have amusement parks, water parks. They got everything going on down here. And Dave, again, and anybody else, if anybody has any images or videos that you would like to share, feel free to send them over. I'll put them up. But let me show you how show you how busy it is down here. I mean it is busy. There's a place in Mazatlan. It's called Stone Island. And what you do is you go to El Centro, the middle of town. You go to the coast. There's like a canal there, and you take a little boat over to Stone Island. That you can get like 15, 20 people on these boats, and okay, 15, 20 people. That's going to cost you like 75 cents to get. I think it's about 75 cents round trip. So you get on the little boat, go over there, take a little walk. And most of the time, if you go Monday through Thursday, there's like nobody there. But here's what the boat ride looks like. It's a real family trip. And there's a boat coming back from Stone Island. There's another boat just cruising around. They have barges here. This is where the cruise ships come in to Mazatlan. But this week I went to Stone Island to take these images so that I could share them with you guys. And usually it takes like 2 or 3 minutes to get your ticket to get on. And I was in line for like 30 minutes to get on the boat. And once you get off the boat, it's kind of surreal because then you take a little path. Doesn't look like anything's here. I actually met a taxi driver that lives on Stone Island. And he would have to take one of those little boats to go to elementary school every day. There's a lot of dirt roads. You can live very affordably here on Stone Island. Lots of dirt streets, little shops. But here's, I'm going to show you what Semana de Santa is like in Mexico. I've been to Stone Island. I've shot videos on Stone Island. I've been there with Rob of Reina del Mar, bed and breakfast many times. And usually nobody is on Stone Island, but this is how it was this week. Here you go. Oh yeah. People are there, man. And I'm going to tell you, for all of these people that are on the beach in the middle of the week, there were no Canadians, no Americans. This is 100% Mexican nationals. Look at all the little kids running around. People, and I'm going to say there are about 20 restaurants on the beach, but most people, all of these people came over on one of those little boats. I'm not going to say all of the people came over, because there's a way that you can actually drive to Stone Island. But yeah, down here is a zoo. It's a great time. I during Semana de Santa, I stay at home. I'm going to go pick up some laundry after I finish the broadcast, and that's it. Cheeseburger with fries. Now that's my kind of food. I'm going to tell you, I have a real boring diet for most people, but I think it's pretty healthy. I ate a cheeseburger and I found a new form of Mexican cheese. It's called Chihuahua cheese. That's not even hard to remember. It's like the dog. Actually, the word Chihuahua is actually a city and a state in Mexico, as well as the dog. But and all Mexico cheese kind of looks the same. It's all kind of white. Yeah, it's all white. It's all the same color. So it's kind of hard to figure out what's what. But Chihuahua cheese is a good choice. And when I pick up my laundry today, there's a meat shop right next to where I pick up my laundry. And I'm going to get some fresh Angus beef hamburger. Angus beef hamburger is the best. So I'm going to buy like a kilo of that, put it into patties, put the patties in the freezer. I got my Chihuahua cheese, some onion and some tomato, and I bake a potato, and that's pretty much what I eat every day. Sometimes I'll have some beans. I just thought you guys might want to know that. Oh, but the reason I'm saying that is one day last week after a broadcast, I decided I was going to get a cheeseburger. Yeah, because there are all these restaurants around here, and they make big giant cheeseburgers. Most of them give you the option to get the cheeseburger with bacon. Every Mexican restaurant that gives you a cheeseburger, it's either automatically going to come with bacon, or they're going to ask you, do you want bacon on your cheeseburger? So I went to this very popular place. I ordered a cheeseburger to go. I was really disappointed. And it cost me about, it cost me 150 pesos, which is like $7.50. It was giant. It was probably 6 inches in diameter. It was okay. Big giant bun. French fries were good. Fries and a big cheeseburger. Didn't even have for $7.50. I've been here too long. I've been here too long to pay $7.50 for an average cheeseburger. Too long. When I can have my Angus beef and my Chihuahua cheese right here at the crib, and with the cheese and my baked potato and all that, it's going to cost me about $1.25. I've been here too long. Okay, whatever. Crazy Boy Radio. When you get all moved in and settled in your new place, okay, fine. I'll be moved in and settled July the 5th. So I guess I'll go live. July the 4th is on a Thursday. So on the 6th of July, I'll be making my first broadcast, I think, from Morelia, as long as the internet is good. Yeah, everything is green and powdery from the pollen in Atlanta. Is there a high pollen count in Mexico? Pollen doesn't affect me, so I really don't pay attention to it. But Mexico is pretty vast as far as geography goes. Some places are very flat and dry. Some places, many places, it's like you're living in a jungle and things are intense. So I think that's all going to depend on, where you live in Mexico. Columbus is flat. Cincinnati has hills. I lived in Cincinnati for 10 years. It's right on the river, and they call Cincinnati the city of seven hills. And there are many parts of Cincinnati that are actually very beautiful. DJ Buzzard, hola DJ, welcome. And look who's here, none other than Rob. And he must be doing his tour. What's today? Today is Saturday. Rob has extended his tour to Guanajuato City. And Guanajuato, and again, I've been to a lot of cities in Mexico, but a tour with Rob to Guanajuato City, I don't know if Rob has been there before or what, but that city is the bomb. It's beautiful. They have a great music scene there. They have all kinds of food there. They have all kinds of, the architecture is out of this world. Just walking around the city is fabulous. Hey, I tell you what, I think you could have a much better time in Guanajuato than you could in Cancun. But anyway, welcome, Rob, and glad you're here. Have a great trip. Hi, DJ Buzzard. Hope you don't mind, but hola, is a wave, is a wave in the ocean, and hola is hi, hello. Remember the H, very good. Yeah, they have a hola does mean wave, and that's why where Rob's bed and breakfast is downtown, it's in a community called Hola Altos, which means high waves. Okay, whatever. John Luke, do you have a school to suggest for me to learn Spanish in Mazatlan? No, I don't. I would say get on Facebook. There are a bunch of Facebook. I'm just going to say I don't know. I would get on Facebook, and there are many wonderful Facebook groups in Mazatlan, expats. Just go do a search in Facebook for Facebook groups, Mazatlan or expat groups, Mazatlan. Do a search and just join some of those groups and ask the people. Also ask, are there any conversational expat groups? And I say that because I think that if you can find a group, even if they're expats, a group that, and it might be only 3 to 10 people, and they get together twice a week and they just speak Spanish. Most likely, in fact, I just put up a video on what to do, how to do this a couple of weeks ago about conversational Spanish. Yeah, but I would just find a conversational Spanish group and go twice a week, and then you're actually interacting in Spanish. And because I studied Spanish, I've been studying Spanish since I was in 7th grade, and I've found you can sit in a classroom, read a book, memorize a bunch of words and verbs, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of Mexico City with a bunch of Mexicans. They talk to you, and you can't say diddly squat. How's that? Savvy. Hola, saludos. That means hi, greetings, pretty much. Hola, savvy. There you go. I was typing fast. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, just trying to help out. Very good. Savvy. Check out Bloom in Spanish. Very good. See, we got all this knowledge up here in the crib. And I think Savvy commented on a video that I put up this week that was kind of controversial. But I just got to be myself. I got to be myself, so that is what I do. Now, and for what it's worth, with Semana de Santa or Easter week, there's parties everywhere, food everywhere, beer and tequila everywhere. It's pretty cool. Another fun thing about Mexico, in most Mexico cities, police don't have a problem with you carrying around like a can of beer as you walk down the street, and or even everybody that has a cup in their hand, they have some type of alcoholic beverage. And the funny thing is, living in Mexico, you will see I haven't seen it in Mazatlan. Maybe I have, but you will in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, even Ajijic, Chapala. Sometimes you'll see people that are just drunk, sleeping on the sidewalk. Swear to God, man, I got some photos and videos of people just drunk, sleeping in the street. They got all their clothes on, their shoes on, their wallets there. Nobody steals all their stuff. And they're just there sleeping like they're in a hotel, man. So getting drunk in Mexico is legal. It's people do it. I just thought I'd bring that up. Okay, now let's see what's going on now. Okay. Virginia, my social work buddy is here from Long Island, going to work online, giving therapy. It's my first day. Oh, well, good for you. I have a friend down here. She lives here. She does therapy online. She makes $140 an hour. She works Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. She makes $9,000 a month, and her rent is $700 a month. She has a beautiful 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment near the ocean, near El Centro, and she's having a fabulous life. And also, if you are a younger person, I try to say this as often as I can. If you're a younger person, and I mean, if you have a college degree in some type of skill, bring that skill down to Mexico. The weather is a lot better than most places. Yeah, you can live near the ocean if you want to. It's very affordable down here. You can save a lot of money. And one thing that one way to make money in Mexico is as an auto mechanic. Yeah, I'm going to say it. If you can speak Spanish and you can be an auto mechanic, you can make a ton of money almost anywhere in Mexico where there are expats, because expats have cars. And when you take your car in, you want to speak English to somebody so I can tell you what the heck is going on with your car. So, I know a lady in the Chapala Ahihic area, and she didn't know anything about cars. And she opened an automotive repair shop, hired some Mexican auto mechanics. And to this day, she has so much business that she doesn't even tell literally, she does not tell people where her shop is. I mean, she hides. She moves her shop. Her business is expanding so much that she will move her shop and not tell people where she is. So if you're an auto mechanic and you're bilingual, you can make money in Mexico and live very well. People want you. Hi from Alameda, California. S. Ray, welcome to the group. If you're new here, this is your first time, you got something to say, you want to know something, you want to say something. This is what we do. Living in Mexico, asking questions and giving answers. And we got Jacqueline Hickson, who I believe is in Guadalajara, contributing to the channel, helping me pay my rent. And I'm going to say muchas gracias. If you don't know what that means very much thank you. Very much thank you. Or thank you very much, however you want to say it. But yes, your contributions help me pay my rent, move to Morelia, and travel around Mexico so I can share with you these videos and my little stupid stories that I tell every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Thank you so much. Oh, let's see. Hubby is a landscaper. Can he do well there? Okay. The thing about landscaping is there are a ton of Mexican landscapers, and these guys work cheap. I mean, you might do landscaping and do a day's work, and these guys might make $10 or $15 a day for 8 to 10 hours of work. I mean, minimum wage in Mexico is it's like $15 or $20 a day, not an hour, but a day. But if you can find some wealthy clients, a lot of expats, if you can join some expat groups and if he's a quality landscaper and you can hook up with some wealthy expats or even some wealthy Mexicans, yeah, you can do it. But the competition, I mean, I don't know, man. That would be a tough one. Coco Mongo told hola a todos. Liston Henry is in the house. Good morning, Liston Henry. S. Ray. Are there many jobs for English speakers, moderate Spanish speakers in Mexico, or do most expats work as digital nomads? That's a very good question. Let me think about this. Most of the Canadians and Americans that I know that work down here work online as digital nomads, or they have shops like Rob. Rob just poked in a couple of minutes ago. He's doing a tour in Guanajuato, but he owns a bed and breakfast. So I think he owns that building. It's right on the ocean in El Centro. So that's a bed and breakfast. He makes that money. Then he gives tours coming from Ajijic to Mazatlan for a week. Now he's doing a tour in Guanajuato. I think he charges a lot of money for the tours. Oh, then he has a dildo shop in downtown Ajijic. So he has a shop. He has a bed and breakfast. I told you about the lady who's a clinical psychologist. I think she is. She's making $140 an hour online. I know a Mexican guy. He lives 2 doors down from me. He works online doing technical computer stuff. Let me think. Oh, there's another guy in my building from Baltimore, and he does online counseling. When I first came down here, I did online teaching, and I taught advanced computer graphics. That's what I did that solely for 10 years. I made good money. I was making, now you guys may not think it's good money, but I was making like $45 an hour. I mean, down here, that's a ton of money. I told a Mexican guy, he says, well, how much money do you make? Well, doing that teaching stuff online. I said, $45 an hour. The guy almost fainted. That's ridiculous money down here. I did know some Americans. They were younger. They were working in restaurants in the summertime in Puerto Vallarta. They made like no money. They were making like $6 a day. I don't know how they survived. So I'm saying most of the Canadians or the weird thing about Mexico, unless I think they just changed this law, but you can come down here and sell real estate, and you don't need a real estate license. All you have to do is be able to show people property, get them around, and take the check. So you can sell on property. Let me think. Yeah, man. I know a woman, Meredith Ann Murray. She's a psychic, mystic, spiritualist, reverend, and she's on a fixed Social Security. And so she does tours of Hokopek, Chapala, Ahihic. She straightens out my chakras, my spiritual chakras once every 8 weeks. She charged me $45 an hour for that. She'll take you to vortexes. Okay. So she supplements her income by giving tours to people. So to answer your question, you got to be innovative, open a shop, buy some property, sell property. I mean, but that's about it. If you're coming down here and you're going to try to get a job, you have to know some people. Whatever. Richard is in the house. Can I sell? That's on my list today. How did you know? You can come down here and sell Trump Bibles. And for those of you that don't know, Donald Trump just, I think, Wednesday of this week released the Trump Bible. You can get a Trump Bible for $59. Yes. And from what he says is the Trump Bible is the only way to get to God. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, you can come down here and sell Trump Bibles for $59. And also I was going to bring up Donald Trump today. I was going to talk about the Trump Bible, and he won a week ago. I think it was Sunday. He won 2 golf tournaments. He won a golf tournament on one of his golf courses. And not only did he win the tournament, but he was awarded the award of best golfer in the group. And I think he had 5 or 6 hole-in-ones. Just a sports update. The Trump Bible and his awards. What an amazing gentleman he is. Axel Foley and hello to everyone. Just purchased my plane ticket and Airbnb for Querétaro. Be there in October to renew my TR to renew. Is that your what do you call it? Tourist. To renew my tourist visa. I think that's what you're saying. Congratulations, Axel Foley. You know, I was looking at that. I had some neighbors. I had some neighbors that live in my building, and they were looking at Querétaro. Let's talk about pronunciation here in a second. And they lived in my building. Great people, Rosie and Chuck. I mean, they were wonderful people, both from Ohio. And they had lived in South America for a while, ran into some military problems in another country. They moved here, and they chose Querétaro. I mean, they researched hard. And so they moved there. They went there for 2 weeks, checked it out, rented a really nice apartment there. And this is just like 5 months ago, and they didn't like it. And that's when I found Morelia. They went there, and so they found this other South American country. I forget the name of it right now, but I haven't been to Querétaro yet. Got to go check it out. And that's another one of the wonderful joys of living in Mexico. There's so many. I mean, there's so many great places. It's just hard to explain. Savvy, I have a B&B and host retreats. Cool. I don't take jobs from the nationals. I have a bed and breakfast and host retreats. That's very cool. Email me. We'll have to hook up an interview with you. You have to tell me. Email me if you would, please. At let me find my contact stuff over here. Savvy, I think you've emailed me, but email me at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. I'm going to leave that up there for about 15 seconds, but that sounds pretty interesting. And we can do an interview. You can talk about your business, where you're located. Maybe we can get you some more business. And you can hook people up on the joys of living in Mexico, because that's what we do here. So please email me as soon as you can. Also, for you people that are new, for people that email me or leave me a message like right after I broadcast. For people of me that send me a message right after I broadcast, man, look, like last week, I think we went 2 hours. We'd go on an hour and a half. After 2 hours, I prepare for this all week. I got 7 pages of notes here. I'm only on page 1. But after a broadcast, man, I get as far away from my computer as possible. I don't check email. I don't pick up phone calls, which I want to talk about some phone calls here in a second. But I just wanted to let you know. Here we go. Okay, Savvy, contact me, please. Winston. Good morning, Winston. Savvy, somebody better proofread that Trump Bible. No, thank you. I'm good. Yeah, that's funny. And look who is here. None other than William Mustache Stoneman. I just love that mustache. I could grow a mustache, but it would all be gray. My mustache would be 100% gray because I'm 85 years old. I don't look 85, do I? That's because I live good, clean living. Clean living. If you live good and clean, I think I'm going to write a book on good and clean living. When you're 85, because I look like I'm 18, don't I? See, look at that. Look at that. 18. Winston. Well, let's get back to William Stoneman here. I admire entrepreneurs. Yeah. If you can, and I tell you what, there's so many ways that what I really think, first of all, let me say, we have 70 people in the house, 41 likes. People are contributing to help me pay my rent. Oh, but I tell you what, there are so many lonely people all over the world, but specifically the United States. I bet you could get people to pay you like $25 an hour just to listen to them. That's what a bunch of psychologists and psychiatrists, I mean, pretty much that's what they do. They just listen to people and their problems, but there are so many lonely people out there, and they just want to talk to somebody. If you get a website, and search engine optimization, which is not hard to learn, and you just put up a web page and you say, I will listen to your problems for $25 an hour. Just get your money up front. They can set up a time. Hopefully you get some long talkers. They want to talk to you for like 4 hours, telling you about all their problems. And try that. That's entrepreneurial, whatever. I'm just saying, that's all. Winston, why did you originally move to Mexico? What motivated you? And Winston, thank you so much for that question. I'm going to answer that really briefly. And if you've been with the channel for like 3 years, just go get a sandwich real quick. But what happened to me was I was studying Spanish in San Luis Potosi when I was 19. The Mexican people treated me like I was a god. I was 19, and I was just walking around meeting wealthy Mexican people, and they say, you play football, you play basketball? I say, no, I'm just studying Spanish. They, come to our house. I want you to meet my wife and my children. And Mexicans took me all over San Luis Potosi. I had a Mexican girlfriend. I've talked about it before, Nelly Gonzalez. She was a wealthy Mexican. Her daddy owned a Chevrolet car dealership in Tampico. And so anyway, and then while we were, this was it was a Dartmouth college program, and it was 9 weeks long. So, and then we had a week break in the middle of it. So some of my friends went to Puerto Vallarta. This one New York black guy, Sion Bethel, he went to Puerto Vallarta, met this Canadian chick. She looked like a model, fell in love with her, brought her back to San Luis Potosi from Puerto Vallarta. She was drop dead gorgeous. So anyway, so then that was it. I went back to Dartmouth, finished up. I never went back to Mexico. But then when I started teaching, I moved to San Francisco. I taught advanced computer graphics in downtown San Francisco for 5 years. And then Citigroup called me. I met the vice president of event planning for Citigroup that was in New York City. A friend of mine knew her. I was in San Francisco, and she wanted me to teach her senior designers this application called Flash. Whatever. So I said, oh, cool. How are we going to do that? So then that's when I started doing distance learning with the computer. So I was charging them like $140 an hour. She had three senior designers. So we did that for a couple of months. And then I figured I can live anywhere in the world. And I remembered Mexico. I knew some Spanish. The people treated me great. I did some research on Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, cost of living. Do they have high-speed internet? How much is it going to cost me to rent an apartment? After the Mexican people treated me like I was a god, that's the first place that popped up. I didn't even think about Mississippi. I didn't think about moving to Mississippi. I didn't think about moving to Alabama. I knew that California was going to be way too expensive. I knew that San Francisco was going to be way too expensive. I was definitely not going to move back to Columbus, Ohio. Ohio. That's how you say Ohio if you live in Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. There you go. I knew I wasn't going to go back there. So once I was making money online, I thought of Puerto Vallarta. I left Columbus, Ohio from San Francisco, whatever. And in Columbus, Ohio, it was 17 degrees in February. I got my computer and I packed up a bag of clothes and I left Columbus, Ohio. It was 17 degrees. And when I got to Puerto Vallarta for the first time, the plane landed, it was 95 degrees and I never went back, which is almost true. I did go back for my dad's, lived with my dad for a while when he was dying. But that's why I moved to Mexico. That's the short story. And let me say, we have 82 people in the house. I think that's a record. 82 people in the house. Last week we had like 73. That was a record. Welcome everyone. If you're new here, ask anything. Winston, I hope that answered your question. And let's talk with my main man, Jack Webb. Jack Webb gets around. He does stuff in Hazard, Kentucky to help people live. Lives in Lexington, Kentucky, bought property, built a house in San Antonio, not Texas, but Jalisco, which is in, it's a state in Mexico, just happens to be near this very popular city of Ajijic and Chapala. Let's see what he's talking about. Jack Webb. Hi, Bill. I'm trying like crazy to get online, but I have a really serious emergency going on. I'll be back, crossing fingers. See, that's the deal with Jack Webb. Jack Webb is funny because he right now, if he says I got an emergency, well, he works in the emergency part of the hospital in Hazard, Kentucky. So he tries to join us. So, but then people are dying, people having heart attacks, people hemorrhaging and stuff. They're out, they show up in an emergency. Oh, they're moaning and groaning. Jack Webb is watching Bill the Geek go live on Saturday. Sometimes he just lets them die. Yeah, he tells them, I'm watching Bill the Geek. It's Saturday live. I can't miss a minute of that. Jack Webb, love you. Thanks for checking in. But I got to say about Jack Webb. Jack Webb built a house right between Ajijic and Chapala. Great place to live. And I don't know what his plan is. The place is big enough for him and his wife to live there. And they built it with an apartment. And he's renting the apartment now for $1,000 a month. That's another way to earn income. A lot of people have a lot of money. I know a woman that moved here from Phoenix. And she came down here and she bought 2 houses right in El Centro. Each one had to cost like $400,000. She said, "Oh yeah, Bill." She told me. She said, "Yeah, Bill, I just bought 2 houses." Well, I bought one and it was $400,000, but the house next door was for sale also. So I just bought it too. So she spent like $800,000. If you have money, come down here. I have another neighbor. I did an interview with her. Her name is Terry. She owns a house, which is about 3 blocks from where I live. Her family, they were realtors all of their lives from Colorado. She was a realtor in Colorado. She's 75. Okay, so she bought the house. That's paid for. Then she bought a condo on the beach. And whenever I shoot my intro videos where I'm saying, "Hi, broadcasting not live from Mazatlan, I'm Bill the Geek," You can see her condo in the background whenever I shoot those videos. It's on the 5th floor. So that condo she rents out for $100 a day. $100 a day. Then she has another apartment she rents, which is kind of inland Mazatlan. So if you and her expenses, one time she told me what her expenses were. Her expenses are ridiculous on a monthly basis. I think she has like maybe $200 a month in expenses. She never cooks at home. She loves, and she's 75. She goes out dancing like 3 nights a week. She's so if you have money, you can come down here, buy some properties, rent them out, have income, live really nice. It's real chilled out here. Get out of that USA, Canada crazy stuff. Whatever. There's another way. I'm just coming up with all kinds of ways for people to make money. Brian Maiden, Bill, I take a lot of meds. How would I check the prices of each med in Mexico? Okay, let's try this. Brian Maiden. Let me get on the internet here. Brian Maiden. I'm going to go and I'm on Google right now. I'm going to do a search for Dr. House calls in Puerto Vallarta. Okie dokie. Yep, there you go. Okay, here's what you do, Brian Maiden. Let's go here. Let me click this. Yeah, here you go. Okay, now let me see if I can. Okay, Brian Maiden, right? Well, I'm going to put this in chat. Copy this. I'm going to copy that. It's called Doctor at Home Puerto Vallarta.com. Doctor at Home Puerto Vallarta.com. And so here's what you do. And let me put that in chat. Here you go, Brian Maiden. So that should show up in a second at the bottom of chat. This guy, his name is Aurelio. He is a doctor. I think he's about 33 years old. That is my ex's son-in-law. I taught him web design, how to get SEO, but he makes house calls. He speaks fluent English. And from what I understand, doctors in Mexico have to understand some English and pretty good English. And you know, me and my ex, we don't talk anymore. I think if we were in the same room with guns, somebody would walk out dead. But I think me and Aurelio are doing well, and he has expanded his practice. I think he has like 4 or 5. He's the main doctor. He started this building, and he's brought in, I think, 4 or 5 other doctors, and they're one of the few doctors that they come out to your house, you know, bring the drugs, all that kind of stuff. But contact his building or his business and say, hey, how can I, and maybe have a list of your drugs. And Brian, you may want to say, you know, and I'm just saying, but offer them some money. Say, look, I know this is going to take you some time, but you might send them an email. They do English, and just say, hey, here's my list of drugs. How much would you charge me to tell me how much these drugs would cost? There you go, Brian. His name is Aurelio. I can't spell it, but I can say it. Aurelio Doctors at Home in Puerto Vallarta. I know the boy is making good money, and we got along well. Try that, Brian Maiden. Okay, let's keep on cruising. Virginia, oh yes, that area in Mexico has a vortex that is considered one of the chakras of the world. There's another one in Switzerland. Reiki is great. I'm a master in 3 forms. And there's another fantastic way to make money. There's a lot of ways to make money down here in Mexico. Cali State Job Coach. Hola, Bill, mi esposa y yo queremos mucho. Te queremos mucho. Siga adelante, amigo. That's very good. I think he's saying something like, my wife and I, we want you much. We want you much. And in Spanish, te quiero. That means I want you. Te is you. Quiero is I want. I want you. So, but if you're talking about a group of people wanting me, te queremos. We want you. Right on Cali State Job Coach. Right. Oh, there you go. And I bet, where do you live? Do you live down here? And are you working online? Let us know that. Even see, I know I'm messing your name up. Temporary residency supposed. Okie dokie. Let me keep cruising here. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Brian. Bill, TR means temporary residency. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I guess I'm way behind. Now, Jamie, how are you? How are you, Jamie? Richard, thank you very much for contributing to our channel. We're just trying to make this happen. Thank you very much for contributing. This is how I pay my rent. This is how I travel. This is how I buy my beer and my hamburger and get my clothes clean. So thank you so much for that. And Mary Jane contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. And I think my show is going to get and once again, let me say thank you, because this is how I pay my rent. You guys will remember, we got 85 people in the house. Can you believe it? You long timers out there, we got some long timers. And I don't even want to say the people that are long timers, because I'm going to leave somebody out. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But this is the end of our 3rd year. We're going into the 4th year, and I just want to grow the channel. I just want to grow the channel and do a good job. And yeah, I'm going to talk about some political stuff, and some of my videos are sensitive to a lot of things. I'm a sensitive. I've been thinking about life for a long time. Since I was in 4th grade, I've been thinking about life. My family has a history of civil rights. My dad went to the March on Washington. He was a federal government employee, which I don't think he was legally allowed to do. I think he could have lost his job, because federal workers aren't supposed to involve themselves in political movements. But I grew up watching ABC nightly news since I was in 4th grade. Me and the family sitting there eating dinner, watching Walter Cronkite and all. I was buying political books when I was in 6th grade. I mean, I see a lot of stuff. I see stuff and so I talk about that. I try to put that stuff in my videos. But anyway, I'm growing the channel, want to do a good job. And I can't wait to get to Morelia so I can go to new and different places, meet more people, meet a lot of Mexican people, meet Mexican families, and then meet more Canadians and Americans. And when I was in Puerto Vallarta, I was meeting people from Amsterdam, Australia. I mean, and life is fabulous. Everyone should have a wonderful life. Life should be, you should get chills at least a couple of times a day. And you should be able to say, wow, my life is fabulous. Yeah. You should be able to do that. And I mean, that's what life is about. Getting out and just does however that works for you, you deserve it. So that's what I want the channel to be about, the joys of living in Mexico. So when you contribute to the channel, you give me some joy. So but I got my cheat sheet here today, and I have it with me every week. This is my cheat sheet that is the main thing. And what does it say here? It says here, how do I spread love today? How do I extend abundance today? How can I have fun while extending joy and love? That's what it's all about. That's what this channel is all about. But Mexico, I mean, I just love it down here, man. The weather's great. This morning it was 54 degrees. It was 54 degrees like an hour ago. It's going to go up to 80. And then when I get to Morelia, it's going to be fabulous there. No humidity. Awesome. I love Mexico. I'm never leaving. What's Helen talking about? And what do you guys think about my new video setup? I moved my whole video situation around. I think that this view is pretty cool, and it's cooler than what it used to be. I'm going to change it around some more now. I don't know what's going to happen when I move to Morelia. Wow, Bill, you look like a male supermodel. You go ahead with your bad self. Right on, Helen. Yeah, I should be a male supermodel. Right on, girl. I like that. Contribute. Yeah, pay up, girl. Woo, Morgan, Ola family. MJ coming to you from Sacramento. I've been to Sacramento. Yeah, I got a friend there. Jacqueline, right on, doing some advertising for Build a Geek Broadcasting Live. Thank you. And she's right. If you got a finger or an arm free and you see that like button, you can click that sucker, and because it helps our rankings. And when you click the like button, you leave a comment, YouTube likes that. It makes makes us go up. Morgan, Bill, in the spirit of the tax season, do you still have to pay federal and state taxes? You really, it depends on who you talk to. You need an accountant. To my understanding, if you're getting Social Security, which I am, if you're getting it when you're 62, then there's only a certain amount of money that you're allowed to make. But once you hit the 65, you can make all the money that you want. And then I fill out a couple of forms. I file. So I know some people down here that don't file at all, but their income is not documented, meaning that I knew a guy, he was an auto mechanic. Where was he from? He was from Oregon. Auto mechanic from Oregon. Everybody paid him in cash. He didn't even file taxes. He never filed taxes. He's been here for like 15 years. I don't know. I file every year. And I haven't lived anywhere in the United States pretty much for 20 years. So, but I file and I let the feds, I'm here, I'm alive, but I don't make that much money. So I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay any money because I don't make like hardly any money. Social Security doesn't count. So, but you need to talk to your accountant but that's all I have to say about that. Morgan in the U.S. Look who's here. Ken Art is in the house. Did the federales confuse you with P. Diddy this week? Ha, ha, ha. I'm glad not. And the funny thing is, Ken Art, I know some current artists, but I've like, you know, I used to be a TV junkie. What's going on? I heard a strange sound. I used to be a TV junkie. I used to be a music junkie. I used to know all the modern music, modern music artists. But I tell you what, Taylor Swift, I have never heard a Taylor Swift song. Though I really like her. I don't know why I like her so much. I think it's her romance with Kelsey. I thought that was a really cool romance, and so Diddy, I don't know. I check the news every day. I watch a lot of Midas Touch, and I saw Diddy's face on the front page of the Huffington Post this morning. I have no clue who he is. Beyonce. If you ask me to name Beyonce's most popular song, I have no clue. I heard she just came out with some country western stuff recently. I have no clue. So anyway, no. So I don't know who people think I am. Ken Art, great to have you in the house, right on time. Feliz Pascua, happy Easter, really. Everyone, God bless, adios. Oh, okay, God bless, adios. Oh, and for those of you that don't know, adios, if you break that down with the A and you put a space there and put Dios, Dios in Spanish is God. So whenever you say adios, it pretty much means kind of God. So adios, that means of God. It's like, everywhere you go is adios, 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 with God, with God. That's what it means. I'm just saying, I'm just telling what you're saying when you say it. Hola, MJ, Karen Sparks. Hola, peeps. Great to have you here, Karen. Lakaya, best witches, I can't talk anymore. Karen, happy Easter. I've never seen an Easter egg hunt down here. Hola, Coco Manga, Candy. Hola, Bill, estoy muy emocionado por tu mudanza a Morelia. Viva Morelia, que bueno, Candy feels. She says she's very emotional about my move to Morelia. Viva Morelia. I'm really excited about Morelia. I can't wait because I'm going to be immersed in Mexico. I like that when I'm in Mexico, and I'm a pretty private person. I don't get out that much. I don't go out to bars and stuff like that, but I can't wait to get to Morelia and just walk around town with the drone, take videos, learn more Spanish, meet people that I don't know that only speak Spanish. Hopefully I meet some Spanish, English-speaking Mexican people, also some professionals. I'm going to sign up for a Spanish, one of those, where Mexicans that want to learn English. and then I can be with groups like that. I can't wait for that. And I'm not really ready for a relationship right now. But maybe I have a little romance in Morelia also, but I'm very excited about that. And Jamie, I'm not violent, but I hear you on X's. Woo! You guys don't know. Let's see now here. Jamie and I have been talking. He's going through a divorce separation. And for anybody that's gone through that, people change. And he's been sharing with me what his ex has been doing. And it has not been pretty, but God bless you, Jamie. You are very welcome. You're very welcome, Brian. Ms. Sam. Hola, amigos. Buenos dias. Buenos dias to you, Ms. Sam. And I believe you live in Morelia. And Brian Maiden, thank you so much once again for contributing to the channel, helping me pay my rent. And I'm going to be, Brian, I cannot tell you how thankful I am. And for all of you that just show up, for those of you that click the like button, and for those of you that contribute to the channel, thank you so much. Virginia Thornton, good morning, Bill, and happy Easter to you. Same to you. I hope you go out and find some very colorful and pretty Easter eggs. David, doctors making house calls are fairly common here. Cool beans, man. Yeah, that's very interesting because, well, David, you're from Kentucky. So if you're my age, that stuff stopped years ago in the United States. But Aurelio, he charges some ridiculous amount to come out to your place and see you and treat you. It's a crazy, inexpensive, affordable amount. I think it's like 600 pesos. I think if you call him in the middle of the night, it's going to 600 pesos. That's like $30 to come out, maybe spend an hour or two with you for $30. I think if you call him in the middle of the night, it's going to be like 1,000 pesos. Very, very, very great service. And he's a great guy. Virginia Thornton, thank you, girlfriend. I guess you're a girl if your name is Virginia. You never know. But thank you for contributing to the channel. No problems. Thank you, Brian. Rudy, he must be back from his walk. You are doing a great job, Bill. Keep up the good work. And let me say, I have Rudy on the list of things that I want to talk about. I'm going to leave part of it out, Rudy, and you know what I'm talking about. But Rudy and Sheila, we interviewed them, about last year this time. They've been watching my videos. I think they were living in Nevada. And they moved down here. They got a fabulous place. They were so happy. They're an African-American retired couple. They got down here. They were so happy, especially with the lack of racism in the United States. And they live in a brand new community. So it's kind of a complex, but it's extremely modern. They live in a beautiful 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, first floor condo. And it's perfect for 2 people. Beautiful swimming pool. They can walk to little restaurants. And they were so happy. But they left and they went back to the United States. Rudy spent some time at the hospital getting his heart worked on. And so Sheila, she contacts me while they were in Arizona, and she says, "Hey, can we bring you anything back?" I said, "Sure, bring me some Miracle Whip." And she did. And so Rudy just got back here, like I think last Tuesday. I went to their place to pick up my Miracle Whip Monday of this week. And so Sheila, Rudy was in the hospital in Arizona. Sheila came back before Rudy got here. And then Rudy just got back like Tuesday. And they were so happy. They've been in their place for 1 year. They're so happy living in Mexico. And when Sheila came back before Rudy, Rudy was bummed out. And he says, "Oh, I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy to be back here in Mexico." And I went to interview them last year at their apartment, and I was wondering how they going to like living out here, because where they live, I'm going to say there aren't really any Americans or Canadians where they live. It's all semi-wealthy Mexican people where they live. So they've made friends with the Mexicans. They have a nice, a really great landlord that lives in Cancun. And the landlord's family lives here in Mazatlan. So the family of the landlord, they bring food over to Rudy and Sheila just because they like them. So, and now the landlord is like family to them. And I was just so happy to see them happy. But anyway, that's Rudy and Sheila that's going down here. See what be happening. Hawkins in the house. Good morning, everyone. Going late. Hit the like button. We got 82 people in the house with 60 likes. Brian Maiden, I have watched a lot of YouTuber, and you are the only one I watch every Saturday. Brian Maiden, thank you so much. Brian, pretty boy Maiden, right on. Thank you. Miss Sam, I am in beautiful Guadalajara, having a fantastic time. I got the time mixed up. I just arrived in vibrant Guadalajara from the United States. On my way home in Morelia. Guadalajara is there's some fabulous things to do. My neighbor Pam, she lives right next door. I think she's there now. I'm not sure. But Guadalajara is a fabulous place. Candy Fields, excited about your move to Morelia. I've been in Mexico for 15 years. I'm moving to Uruguay next month. Candy Fields, congratulations. Any move is a good move as long as it makes you happy. Bill, you grew up in what part of Columbus? Excuse me. I'm going to call you Ya. Ya. I grew up on the east side. I'm going to say near Central High School until third grade. And then my mom and dad decided to build a house on the Columbus, Ohio, Grove City border on the west side. So if you're familiar with Demarest Road, Alkire, or the West Side Mall, Georgesville Road. I grew up near Georgesville Road, went to Franklin Heights High School for 1 year, graduated from Bishop Reedy High School. There you go. That is my Columbus, Ohio experience. Lakaya, congratulations, Candy. Yeah. And I guess I could be picky. She's moving to Uruguay, but, just get out of the United States. Go anywhere. Moving is fun because when you move somewhere, you get to be a brand new you. That's what I liked about moving from one side of town in Columbus, Ohio, to the other side of town. You got to reinvent yourself totally. Then I changed high schools. I was in one high school for a year, and then my parents sent me to a Catholic school. We can talk about that. But I guess they wanted to get me straightened out, right? So I got to change me again. And then I went to college, went to Dartmouth College, and I got to change myself again. So when you move to a new place, specifically a new country, you get to change yourself as much as you want to change. You just show up and you can be whatever you want to be in the new place. I think it's kind of refreshing. Jacqueline, Bill, what type of plans are in place if something happens to you, if you should expire traveling in Mexico? Oh, if you die. Yeah, okay. Any suggestions? Okay. Okay, I need to take care of that because my ex, I was with her 8 years. She's Mexican. Her sister-in-law sold health insurance and death insurance. And I guess I need to contact her because I used to have death insurance with her, and it was very affordable. It was like $100 or $150 a year. It goes up every year. It goes like $100 and $150 a year, and that takes care of everything. So when I get to Morelia, I need to find an insurance person so that I can pay them, so that if I'm in my new apartment and I have a heart attack and die, then my landlord just has the papers and they can take my body away. Also, when I get to Morelia, I need to find a notary. And notaries in Mexico are like sophisticated attorneys, very expensive. And I need to create a living will so that I can give a living will to my landlord with my with contact information for like who, my sister, people to call if they find me dead. What happens if I go to the hospital? There are 4 things I need to do when I get to Morelia. I need to get a computer person to take care of my computers. I need to get this death attorney, insurance person. I need to get a doctor, just, some doctors, so that if I die or if I'm in the hospital, and they got, and they're going to put me in, I'm in a coma, so I can tell them, oh, well, I don't, if I'm half dead, just let me die. Right. I don't want to be in a coma for a year and I wake up and I owe them like $15 million, something like that. Right. But, so I need to find a doctor. I need to find a dentist, a computer person, and an insurance person so that I can have all that paperwork. I can have my living will and my funeral insurance all in my apartment with copies for my landlord, so that if I kick off or end up in the hospital, there's a list. There's my sister's number. There's my doctor's number. There's my attorney's number. That's what you do. That's what you do. All right, Hawkins. All everyone joining late, hit the like button. We got 79 people in the house. And Matt in Ajijic, I believe, contributing to the channel. And that is a 6-pack of Modelo Especial. Thank you, Matt. Also, I found a place that's very affordable for Modelo Especial, and they sell fresh bread. And I tell you what, another joy of living in Mexico is buying bread from the local family Mexico bakeries. And I tell you what, if you haven't done it before, I know William Mustache Stone Man has. I'm sure Brian Maiden has. I'm sure Matt, you've been to the little bakeries in Ajijic where you can get Mexican bread. I tell you what, you put a good cheeseburger on some good Mexican bread. It doesn't even look like a bun. I figured it out though. Cut that sucker up, put on some of that Chihuahua cheese on there with some good tomato and some of that purple onion, some mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, and you haven't lived. But Matt, thank you very much for contributing to the channel. Okay, Berlin, we got you on the list here to talk about. Berlin is coming to Mazatlan. She will arrive April 11th, and I believe she's going to be here for 6 or 7 days. And you got to let me know how much we got to get together. And she's going to stay. Let's see where she is going to stay. Where's that? What is that? I'm looking in the wrong place. Oh, come on, Bill. Oh, here we go. Here. This Verlaine is going to stay at the best place to stay. What I think, if you're visiting Mazatlan, she's going to stay at the Best Western Hotel. And this is the roof of where she's going to be staying, Verlaine. This is the pool on the roof of the Best Western Hotel in downtown Mazatlan. And Verlaine, this is the view you're going to have every night should you want to enjoy it. You can order cocktails up there. You can order dinners up there, and their food and beverage prices are very affordable. And Verlaine says that she got a special deal for that, but that and the Best Western in downtown Centro, it's near everything. I mean, you can walk anywhere that is worth walking to in Mazatlan. That's where she will be staying. I highly recommend it. Unless you can get an Airbnb close, but I mean, and that's right across the street from Rob's Reina Del Mar Bed and Breakfast. I mean, it's right across the street. No, here, okay. And here's another view with the sun going down. Verlaine, you'll be able to see this every night. I believe that this restaurant is on their 9th floor. I think you have to, or maybe it's on the 12th floor. But you'll be able to see this every night, and you can see the Malecon right down there. You're near the cathedral, the market, all kinds of restaurants. You can walk around there for everywhere. Look at the Malecon. Verlaine, you'll be able to see this every night. And every morning, you can walk across the street. You can walk across the street from your hotel, and this is exactly what you're going to see. This is the Malecon, and this is like 13 kilometers. The world's longest. I think it's 17 kilometers, like 13 miles. And I mean, you can take a day and just go down there, or you can walk around through El Centro and see great architecture, restaurants, bars, music at nighttime. And this is nighttime. This is nighttime. I bet that and this is like 3 blocks from your hotel. Fabulous, 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 fabulous. And here are other restaurants like 2 or 3 blocks from where you're going to be staying. So congratulations. I can't wait for you to get here, and I can't great to join you. That's like 10 different restaurants, those people that are eating down there. There you go. And maybe you can make it to Fish Ladies, buy some fresh shrimp, take it across the street to Fish Ladies, and they fry it up for you. I'm very excited about coconut shrimp. They can grab a fresh fish for you, Verlaine. You're headed for a very good time. We got to get together when you get here. Okay, let me backtrack here, see what's going on. I think I need to scroll up a bit. Okay, there you go. Virginia, hello, Bill from Lompoc, Central Coast, California, selling everything and moving to Mexico. Aguas Calientes. I need name of good rental group or person. I tell you what, do Facebook, Aguas Calientes. Yeah, do the Facebook thing. I did a video on how I found my apartment in Morelia in 10 hours with Facebook groups. See if Aguas Calientes has any expats living there. Try that first. Then you can do it the old-fashioned way. Just start looking online for places for rent. But Facebook groups have worked for me immensely. And tell the people on the Facebook groups exactly what you're looking for. Or in Aguas Caliente these days, everywhere has Airbnb. Airbnb is everywhere on the planet. People that don't even have houses have Airbnbs. Okay, but here's what I think: install the Airbnb app on your phone. Yeah, get that thing on your phone, and then do a search for Aguas Calientes. And you're not looking for one Airbnb. What you are looking for, you want to look through the Airbnbs until you start seeing the same person at many Airbnbs. Like you'll see this one guy. Oh, the property manager is this guy. The property manager is this guy. And when you see that guy, the same guy 3 or 4 times at 3 or 4 properties, that's the guy you want to contact. That's how I found my place in Morelia. Because when you see one property manager managing 3 or 4 properties, then they have a lot of properties. That's how you want to find an apartment. There you go. Try that. Okay, Ms. Sam. Me too, Brian. You guys are funny. Char, contributing to the channel. Char, thank you very much. And for those of you that are thinking about contributing to the channel, I appreciate it. Or clicking the like button. It's all the same. It's all good. Hawkins, Rudy, Clement. I can't even say it. I just call him Clemens. I just call him Clemens. It is a French name. They told me how to say it, but I don't speak French. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Good morning from Texas. Pokita Ruiz. I know I'm messing your name up, but great to see you back in the house in Jacqueline. Ola, Ms. Sam, welcome to GDL. I sent you guys one another emails. Jamie, Bill, did you say you were visiting Morelia in April? No, I did not say that. I won't be headed to Morelia until July the 4th. Dennis, the best thing about Mexico are the amazing people. The people are amazing. And I tell you what, I just made a friend in a new shop. Like I'm friends with my laundry lady. I'm friends with my meat lady. I have a new shop now that it's a very small family shop, but they have all the stuff that I need. And when you shop, you meet people. You walk when you exercise, you meet people. I mean, I'm not kidding about the joys of living in Mexico. Okay, Dennis, a mechanic in Mexico did over 4,000 of work on my auto for only 1,000, and was an outstanding mechanic. So much better than those in the U.S. And I tell you what, when I had a car, I had a lot of work done on the car. And whenever I got the bill, it was shockingly low. I'm not going to say cheap, but it was like 75% less than in the United States. What in the United States, they work on your car, and God bless union members, members, getting that money that they deserve. But here, I mean, the people at the auto mechanics aren't hardly, they're not making United States money, that hourly thing. So you're going to pay like 75% less to get your car worked on. Yep. Brian Maiden, to die for all the bread, the pastry, and the cappuccino is to die for. It's awesome. I love bakery bread in Mexico almost as good as the pozijos in Brazil. I always ask for more bread. Looks, yeah, Berlane, come on down. We're ready. Your place is ready, girl. What a beautiful view. Pay the price just for the view and the location. Talking about Verlaine's Hotel, the location is fabulous. Ms. Sam, thanks, Jacqueline. Did you receive my email? I emailed you to get together. I am in 10 minutes. Okay, all that's good. Todd McCarty, Bill, I'm a computer tech. I'll do all your computer work if wife and I can move in with you. Cool beans, man. I'm here, man. I'm ready to go. I'm good to go. Just let me know. We can hook up. Virginia, my sound will not work for me this morning on my phone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. The buck stops here. Hola, Bill y amigos. Glad to catch your broadcast today. Yeah, the buck stops here. I saw you and I was watching somebody live. I think it must have been a Midas Touch broadcast, maybe. For Ray Garcia, Virginia, what convinced you to choose Aguas Calientes to move there? And Aguas Calientes, let's just do a little something here real quick. For those of you that don't know where that is, oh, there it is, right there. It's right here. Let's zoom out. Here's Aguas Calientes, right here, smack dab in the middle of Mexico. Here's Mazatlan up here, Puerto Vallarta over here. Down here is Ajijic, Chapala, under Guadalajara. But and here's Morelia right here. Notice, and here's Guanajuato. I'm thinking, I bet I can get on the bus. I'm thinking, well, okay, to get from, I've been to Guanajuato. So the taxi ride from Leon to Guanajuato is only like 20 minutes. So I bet from Morelia to Leon's going to be about an hour and a half on the bus. From Leon to Aguas Calientes. But anyway, so I can't, this is another reason I can't wait to get to Morelia, because there's so many places nearby. Look, here's Morelia. Here's Mexico City right over there. I want to go to San Luis Potosi. Here it is right up here. Tampico. That's where my Nelly Gonzalez, my Mexican girlfriend, that's where her daddy had the car dealership, whatever. Okay, now here we go. Ms. Sam, thank you very much for contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for clicking that like button. Here we go. What's this? Where are you, Maria? Hello, I just subscribed to your channel. We just moved to Merida, Yucatan from Vancouver, Canada. Well, welcome. Merida, I see so much about Merida. I've ignored it. I'm going to go there one day. I'll make a video, make some friends there. I think I'm in a Facebook group there. I just hear it's hot and humid year round. And then I just saw some YouTubers saying that it's the most expensive city in Mexico. And you know, you can't believe what people say, but it's very popular. I got to check it out and have to drop you a line, hook up with you when I get there. Virginia, are you excited about, oh, yeah, the upcoming eclipse? Yeah. Do I have that? Let me try something here. Let me go over here and no, that's not it. Let me try this. I got to click a button here. Let's go to the desktop. Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Right there. Let's see if I can get this to work. They say that the eclipse, it's a full solar eclipse. It happens on April 8th. That's like 3 days before Verlaine gets here. Our building is having a big brunch. It starts at 9:51 on a Monday. But yeah, people are excited down here. It's going to be a big party. It happens on a Monday at 9:51. Okay, now let's see now. Yeah, here we go. Brian Maiden, welcome to the family. Are you Maria? Woohoo! Thank you, Brian Maiden. See, all you have to do is show up and give people your name and you part of the family. We get together every Saturday. And if you're totally brand new here, we do this every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Click the subscribe button. We have many more gatherings to come and videos. V Maximize. Hello, Bill from Toronto. Great broadcast. You make me want to move to Mexico like yesterday. Yeah, man, come on down. And just come on down. I love it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. Cody, Bill, are you standing or sitting? I'm sitting. But this table, it's a glass table. So it might look like I'm standing. So that's what's happening with that. Cody, great to see you. I didn't see your email. Okay, people communicating. If you become a Best Western member and book through them, it's a really good price and includes breakfast, and they have a big buffet. They have a big buffet every morning. And it's right on the first floor, and you're looking at the Malecon and the ocean as you eat breakfast. It's a fabulous location. Have a wonderful day, and may you have a blessed Easter. Got to get a haircut. Thank you. Somebody just emailed me, I think Savvy, Virginia Thompson, Axel Foley. Is Easter a big deal? Yes. Easter is a huge deal. It's a week. And that's how I opened the broadcast. I opened the broadcast. This is, and for those of you that didn't see the opening of the broadcast, but this is Semana de Santa. And I'm going to say that this holiday is bigger than Christmas, pretty much. Christmas is huge, okay, but Semana de Santa, Easter week, is huge. People don't go to work. I took my big computer in, my iMac, to get it repaired like about 4 weeks ago. And the guy said it would be ready like this week, like the 23rd. But he said, no, we'll be closed. That's Easter week. We'll be closed all week. The beaches are full. The restaurants are full. The hotels are full. It's a good time not to come to Mexico. I don't go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to go pick up my laundry. She'll be open. Go to a little shop and get some fresh bread. But other than that, I'm going out and staying home. Yes, Axel Foley. It's huge. Easter is huge in Mexico. We saved by joining Best Western. We saved 8,000 pesos for the week, and that's like $450. That's almost a $500 savings. That's like two nights. That's like 2 nights of savings. Lenora, how are you liking Maria? How are you liking Maria? Okay. Lenora Wilson, I love it here. Oh, Lenora Wilson, I love it here. Very good. Very good. Congrats on your move. Yes, congratulations. Be happy. That's what it's all about. Thanks. I'm planning to visit this year. I don't have a date yet. Come on down. Don't wait. Yes, I am still in your fabulous city. I leave for Morelia tomorrow. Steve. Hola, Steve. Good morning, Bill. Love the channel and would love to meet up for coffees sometime here in Mazatlan. Maybe we can do breakfast down on the beach. Accountability. Thank you. Yes. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jacqueline here in GDL, which is Guadalajara. Crowded restaurants everywhere. Nice to see families hanging out together. It's as I call it, a zoo. Good time to stay at home and making these videos, man. Anytime I'm at the crib is a good time for me. Okay. But I'm going to go out, and it is nice. Like when I pick up my laundry, I'm going to walk by about 6 outdoor restaurants. They're going to be filled with Mexican families. I mean, big families, like 12, 15 people at one table, little kids, old people that are like 85 gazillion years old, 8 to 80, crippled on crutches. 8 to 80. They're all here. It's a huge day. Okay, you guys. Well, let's see. What did I miss? I do want to share one thing before I go. And this was kind of alarming. Maybe I should save this for next week, but I'm going to share it now. I think I'm going to save this for next week. Okay, now here we go. Ray Garcia, in my many trips to Mexico, if the bus central station is pretty, so is the city. Okay. Well, whatever. Very good. Okay. All right, Ray. Okay. I'm running out of gas, folks. We've been at it for almost 2 hours. We have 78 people in the house. We have 64 likes, and it's almost Easter. And I know a lot of you guys have to go out and pick up your Easter eggs. And so I'm going to get ready to shut this thing down. Yeah. You guys get together here. You can see friends making friends, bride and maiden. Another great Saturday. Thank you so much Brian, for showing up. I know you clicked that like button. Thank you for contributing to the channel. And I'm getting ready to say adios, amigos. Here we go. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, each and every one. Love you all. Thanks for showing up. We had a record number of visitors here this week. I think we got up to like 86 or something like that. Thank you all for joining. Thanks for clicking that like button, sharing your love with me and one another. If you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. Especially when I get to Morelia, I'll be traveling a lot more, saving all those contributions that you got so I can get on the road and show you agua caliente, maybe make it to Mexico City. We're trying to make the channel better and better each and every month. And we hit 11,000 subscribers, I think, last week. So we're on our way to 20,000. We want to get to 20,000 subscribers, maybe at the end of the year. So this is Bill the Geek, and this is the broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. If you're watching the rebroadcast and you would like to subscribe, or if you would like to contribute, there's a link in the description below. Also, we're growing our Facebook group. It's called Mexico Expats, Bill Dallas Lewis. We have about 160 members now. Go over there. You are the group. Post your images, post your videos, and there you go. So, adios, everyone. Have a great Easter. Adios, hasta luego, and que te vaya bien. And most of all, love you and thank you.